Welcome this to the first ever stream of the Hydrofoil GP show. So my name is Ilya, and I'm known as Ilya Trameta on Discord, and today I'll be your host here for this show, joining from sunny but still cold Helsinki, Finland. And today with me, I have my co-host, Murray. Murray, how are you doing today?
G'day Ilya, very good to be here, super excited. First broadcast of the SGP Season 2 circuit, and keen to get into it.
Excellent. Where are you joining from today?
Australia, regional Victoria, but grew up on the Port Phillip Bay, sailing around there. And I prefer virtual racing somehow at this point in my life.
Excellent, yeah.
Virtual sailing.
And you're one of the most active sailors on Hydrofoil GP. But we have more sailors on our stream here, so also want to introduce you, Hurling. Hi, Hurling.
Hey guys, how you going?
Where are you joining from today?
Oh, from a sunny New Zealand, Cambridge, south of Hamilton, and Auckland, the main city.
Welcome. And we have also Liam joining, also from New Zealand, I guess. Hi, Liam.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Going good. So glad to have you here, even though that you were just skipped some of the first races, but must say that Liam is. You're the winner of the last America's Cup E Cup series, right? Or what was it called?
Yeah, I am. I'm the last winner of the inaugural America's Cup E-Series event held in Barcelona. And yeah, so I guess you can call me a world champion, but I don't know.
Well, you just we'll see also how you're stacking up also on the Hydrofoil GP circuit. So right, and then Hurling must say that you've been also very active about setting up the course and the map, and we'll talk about that one later. So very glad to have you here. All right. So what is Hydrofoil GP, guys?
Hydrofoil GP.
Yes.
A great sailing.
All right. Tell us what is Hydrofoil GP.
Well, it's basically a community-led racing e-sailing circuit based in this game Hydrofoil Generations, which is a pretty damn good simulation of these F50 boats based on the SailGP circuit, the real-life thing. We go around and try and recreate the SailGP circuit.
Exactly, that's really good, and I think that's the most amazing things about it, how realistic it is, and we're actually trying to make it the most realistic foiling e-sailing circuit in the world. And I think I forgot to introduce one more person who would be in our chat today, because part of the realism it's bringing is that we're gonna have also the umpire call. So I will quickly run from here to the umpire studio just to make myself some introduction.
Craig, where are you? Where are you, Craig Mitchell?
No, it's not Craig Mitchell, it's Ilya here again. So I'm wearing many hats here. So I'm also going to be making the umpire call. So very glad just to, in the realism of this game, but basically bringing a little bit of the correction to the wrong calls by the game, and also just picking up also the protest calls that's done from the sailors. So now I also introduced myself. So back from the umpire studio to the normal studio.
Just want to say one of the most invaluable aspects of this whole event that we run here is our official umpire, Ilya.
Yeah, thank you, and I hope we're gonna have a little bit of the some debriefs later on. All right, let's jump into the description what we are going or discussion what we're going to do. So I'm gonna show you now. So let's look at the last season standings. this is our restream of our first inaugural race, which is in Perth, but we are going on already did the good last season. And actually here, Liam, you were also number one on the last race. How does it feel not to be only world champion, but winner of the first inaugural Hydrofoil GP league last season?
Mate, I feel like I'm making a career out of this at this point, you know. But
have to
it's
get
pretty good. No, it's pretty good. You know, I feel like every time that we have an inaugural event, I feel like the main priority is just about learning as much about how these boats operate as possible. And I felt like the reason for me to be able to produce such consistent and such good results was through me learning more and more consistently about these boats and how these specific F50 sail. So yeah, that was my secret.
Excellent. And I think you, looking at the results here, I think you basically skipped only a few races, maybe just a bit at the end, but yeah, consistency also in attending, that's important. So well done. So I think with a little bit of innovation that we have this season, Liam and Egris FS from Spain and Diogo Lima from Portugal have the season cards. So you have the priority participation in all the events that we have this season. So we're getting that's a little bit of a reward, and at the same time getting the most strongest players participate in our race. All right. Now jumping on, so Murray, would you like to tell about the season that we have and the system that's when we are following the same way, the system of the SailGP races?
Yep, so basically we try and do a registration for every event a couple of weeks after the real SailGP event. We book it in, get the day that the most people can all sail together, and go racing, basically. Virtual racing, I should say. It's worked pretty well so far. We're hoping to get a second fleet going in the very near future. So if you guys want to sign up and get on the start line, head over to our Discord.
Excellent, thank you. And we are not only following the schedule of SailGP, but also we are bringing up the same results over here, or the same courses and the same configuration, same weather conditions. And today we'll be sailing in Perth. And so Hurling, this is your baby. Could you tell about this? So is this a course map generator, or what was the thing that you did?
Yeah, no, it's I've been creating it with some programming, and it's amazing what a bit of AI can do to get it together.
Truly
yeah,
incredible.
we try and pick one of the best courses from each regatta. Obviously, in real life, they race them over 5 days before the final. We basically race over 4 races, and some days during the weather it can change. So we sort of just select one of the best maps. I get it plotted, but we've now got this linked to a course plotter as well, so it makes coordinations easy. And then
You actually take the files from, real quick, you take the files from the actual SailGP umpiring system, don't you? And load them into the game.
Not exactly, because we don't have access to the files themselves, but we basically take actually the umpire view and recreate the course exactly with the same distance. And so Hurling and with Hildire, you're really good at actually recreating the maps, but also adjusting them to the our e-foiling or e-sailing type of setup.
Yeah, and this one will give people if they've got a spare screen, they can always have the map to the location of the game, just so they know exactly where they have to head to. Gives you directions. You can turn off the boat, the purple dots. You can turn off the grid lines. Mm-hmm. It's all clickable. But as I say, we've made it easy. Also, I've got a course plotter, so putting those dots on the course will actually give me the coordinates. It will actually write the program to the proper script, and then I can take that across to the game, and without too much tweaking of some variables, it should just load straight up and put any course into the game.
Excellent. All right. Now, without further ado, let me introduce now with the sailors we are going to have for this regatta. So we have 10 teams registered. So all of our usual, more or less, SailGP teams. Plus, we actually have one participant representing the old-timer from the first, I think, SailGP league. So now we have a comeback of that team in Hydrofoil GP. And we have some representative. I think we're supposed, Liam, to participate on that one, but you brought a substitute for yourself.
Put a ring in.
Yes, I did. No, sadly, I'm at a new school now, so all the timings are different. And with this event especially, I found that school started a bit earlier, so I wasn't able to partake in this first event. Or second event, first event, I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah.
But so I've got my mate who I actually met over in the Australian Nationals for the Ilka, and I got him on this game, and I've been coaching him up a bit, so we'll see how he goes.
I think overall he's a very promising one, but indeed,
very promising individual.
Yeah, but we're not spilling anything, are we?
We are not at all. All right, but let's go to the first race and see how it goes. Switching now to the
Groovy, 3 minutes to go. So today we've got, what was it? It was about 25-30 knots from the southeast. I seem to recall this being a pretty skewed start line. And
it does look like a bit of leeward in favour, yeah?
Leeward end, everyone's going to be probably pretty low in the start box here. It's a pretty tight start box as well. 2 minutes, 25 to go. Oh, so exciting, so exciting. Race 1 of Season 2. First regatta. Here we go. Got the helicopter cam.
I do love a good helicopter cam, eh?
Oh, it's some of the best camera work you can ever get.
Especially with the noise behind it.
2 minutes, 2 minutes.
So currently, we see a lot of the boats here just trying to figure out their positionings, figuring out their timings to the start line. And making sure that everything's nicely intact. You see just someone, just tacking around just next to the start line, just making sure that he gets his timing right and he understands how long it will take him from when he goes from the boundary to the start line.
Staying very close in the box there.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we do like it with flying the team flags to actually be the boat team flag rather than the country the person's from. Otherwise, on the course, it can get confusing.
Today, I think everyone's got the right flags on. 1 minute, 11 seconds to go here. It's coming up. It's pretty close. Everyone's getting ready to go down the box end. You were right, Liam. Everyone's down the bottom there, further away from the wind. Going to be the closest angle. 1 minute to go.
Yeah, it's also the safest, actually, because when you get such big breezes like this, if you come from the top end of the line and you get your timing wrong, you can be met with the whole entire fleet and there's no way to kill time. And, you could just have traffic in front of you. Whereas if you do start lower down here, it's a lot easier to kill time. And it's also a lot safer for the boats so they don't risk capsizing or worse, or infringing another boat and getting penalties.
Sweden's coming in the highest here, 25 seconds to go.
Yeah, we'll see. Sweden
seem to have made an error there.
Germany is looking really bad. They're going to have to tack to get out of there. That's no good. Spain's coming in hot. Spain's looking real nice. 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're clear off the start line.
Beautiful start by Spain here.
Angle. Look at them. They're going over the top of New Zealand already. New Zealand's having to get clear air. just over the top of China.
So this is where it all closes up again as they come around first mark.
Oh, France and Canada looking a bit loose.
All safely
Italy
around
takes
there.
jibes away first. China's jibed as well. Spain is looking so confident here, Ilya.
Oh, France, what's happening? K-Job with an absolute shocker. Was looking a bit loose. K-Job. Oh.
Oh,
Huge.
big.
Oh.
Had to go all the way back up there. Port starboard. No penalties.
No
By the
penalty
looks of it.
called, yes. I thought something might have been yelled out.
Yeah, the
Brazil
way,
has-
if you guys don't know, the way that we call for penalties here is we press enter, P, enter. So it goes in the chat saying that we protested another boat for Ilya, our umpire, to be able to be notified and be able to review the incident.
And this is the umpire penalty. Brazil fall behind France 20 meters.
Wow. Big calls from the umpire there. This bottom gate, it's looking pretty hot and spicy, Spain. Oh, Canada's diving in on the China right there. Pretty clean, pretty clean.
Yeah, as we see Egress and Just Someone You Know from New Zealand both splitting here. Very intrigued to see which one favours out. I have a feeling that New Zealand is actually going to do pretty well here.
They
It
look
looks-
like they've gotten a pretty good shift.
Yeah, exactly.
I have been trying to work out all week what the YK at the end of Just Someone meant. Thanks, Liam. I now know.
You do know.
Conditions out there today look perfect for this sort of racing. Good wind speed, good boat speeds. So far been relatively clean racing.
Yeah, definitely. It is a bit breezy, so the captains, the drivers of these boats are going to have a lot on. But it seems like the few people at the front are actually doing a pretty good job of it.
Ilya, who do you like the look of here at the top, coming into the top gate?
Oh, that's a really good question. I think I would obviously we have a leader of Spain really with a good lead, but I think the game would be actually behind. I think there's a clear decisions between actually two followers, Sweden and I think New Zealand. So here in New Zealand, you've been coaching Liam, your new apprentice. So. What do you tell? How do you? What's the decision right now that he has to make approaching the windward gate?
Well, currently, I believe that New Zealand boat would have tacked a little earlier, but he was a little nervous being held out by the Swedish boat. But what I mainly told Just Someone You Know here, the main advice that I gave in these first couple races, just get into a rhythm, be consistent. All you have to do is just make the top three. That's it.
It actually worked out quite well from going a little bit past the ley line there because he was actually able to get a better angle and got far better speed.
And now he's
Catching
right
the
on the
arches,
Swedes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's right with them now. Italy not too far behind as well. Tyler on the Italy boat, they're coming in with 67 kilometres an hour.
70
Keeping
to
that speed
China.
up.
Yeah, 72.
72 to China. They've split the course on the right side, closest to our camera. It looks like a bit better wind, a bit better pressure.
75 to
That's
Mabola,
okay.
Brazil.
Could be a bit of an upset here.
Yeah, I
And
reckon
Spain,
we're
on
going
the
to see
other hand.
80 kilometers per hour actually. Today especially, it looks pretty breezy. These top mark roundings are going to be interesting.
Spain is just so far ahead. They would have to make at least 5 mistakes for New Zealand or Sweden to catch up.
It does depend on the mistake though, and I believe that Egress on Spain would know that one capsize could cost you the whole race and more. So
Could
Even-
cost you the whole season.
Rounding the buoy there, he gives a bit of room. He's got no pressure to be right cutting it.
So now
Well,
going
very
on board
close.
on going on board with Spain. So looking at basically the setup that he has. So what can you pick up? Why is he fast?
Well, you can see that he's running a fair bit of camber here, allowing for enough power to be in his sail. See, the camber is kind of like the outhaul, and it changes the shape of the bottom of the sail, allowing for Egress to utilize the power to keep his boat nice and flat. Um, and yeah, that's one of the main things, especially today, being able to keep the boat nice and flat, and also running a fair bit of twist just to take out that power at the top of the sail and allow the boat to go fast, aerodynamic, and punch forward, as we can see.
Right.
So after actually thinking China had a good downward leg there, he's dropped back to 7th. Must have found a bad puff and has not been able to gain on that speed that he had.
He took the right-hand side at the bottom gate there, and it has not paid off at all. Look at that. Everyone else is in front, at least 100, 200 metres in front for New Zealand. Sweden as well, they've fallen right back. New Zealand is looking very strong here for second place.
Yeah, it was all at that bottom gate. A lot of boats came together, and it was a very tight moment. But the people who could just stay consistent and stay safe, such as the Kiwi, they've paid big time for it. So good on him.
The gains they've sequestered a little bit, they've come back a little bit, but I don't see any way anyone's catching up to Spain here. On to leg 6 of 7, final downwind.
See there, Artemis seems to have found a puff. It's back into 3rd.
Back into 3rd. Maybe they've just got a really good straight line. Higher angle.
Well, that looked like a fairly bad turn on that ley line there.
But everyone else is going to have
Brazil to come through.
Italy and Brazil, they've got attacking again. France as well. Sweden
I'd
might
say
be
Brazil,
able to make
Brazil's
that top
got
lane.
the right of way here. Brazil's able to carry on through. They're set.
Artemis tax.
Oh, nice
right on top.
protecting.
They're leaving
I think
room
Brazil's
though.
got the inside.
Brazil managed to get inside, and no foul, all clear here, no protest from the boats. Nicely
No
played.
protest.
Here comes China. What are they going to do between these two boats? Stay clear, or are they going to try and stay clear? Oh,
That was so smooth from Brazil.
Yeah, and all these boats here, they're all learning. Every single time that they have an encounter with another boat, they're able to learn, especially in this new season. And, we'll see coming through the races, we're going to see tighter and tighter and more effective racing by these boats.
And now we had also Tyler on the chat in the comments. So hi, Robert Tyler 7741. So leave your comments also here, what you see and what works, what doesn't work. So and see how you like our stream.
yeah, is that what the R stands for? Nice to meet you, Robert.
There we are. Spain takes the first race of the day. First place. Congratulations to Igris.
Well done. And I think if I look also at the statistics, though, the best start for the Egris was with a 0.2 seconds close to start. So it's also basically he started winning right from the start. So
Yep.
We got a close cross coming in here. RG Tyler with the space. They've got the right of way. The loot ducks right in there with Italy.
Nice move.
Sweden
that as well.
coming out
well
with
done.
5th. Sweden dropped down to 5th there. Oh, a bit loose on China.
but relatively easy race. I mean, like not many incidents, many kind of like a clean race overall, right? Nice.
Pretty clean. Not too many protests. I think there was just that
Paul
one.
Coombs going to get done here by coming off the foils. Germany going to make up a spot, are they? Going to get back up?
For 1 point right at the bottom of the leaderboard. 7th
Yep.
for 8th. Germany takes 7th. Well done to the whole team.
Say with this game, it's not finished until you get to that finish line.
Great. Before we start the race number 2, I would like to also introduce the concept of the time trial that we have here. So or maybe Murray, could you tell just a few words about the time trial before I will show some results that we have over here.
Yeah, so the time trial is a pretty exciting, relatively new concept that, again, is fan-made, community-led. Basically, we take the average and the best and the worst of a real SailGP race, chuck them into to a time trial and recreate the map, basically, to then pitch ourselves against the real SailGP teams, which is very exciting stuff. I am right at the bottom myself, but that's okay.
And Tyler, who joined, I think now took the first place, and I think the most, again, realistic and exciting place that you're racing on exactly the same recreated course that we saw right now, which is SailGP course, and in the same conditions, so you are able just to see how you are doing against the fleet best. And I think if we go to Discord, we can even see who is the best over here. So it's actually Delapierre, and we have 6 of our sailors sail the course much better than Delapierre. Well done, well done. And
just pull up the graph real quick and have a look at that one. I find it so interesting to be able to see, because this shows each leg and your performance during each leg, and you've got you can actually see Quanton when he falls down and when he's making mistakes and stuff, and then you've got someone like Igris who's on Spain, and it's just a complete straight line. There's no mistakes ever.
Right, but when I look at the graphs here, I could see that the leaders there on the board, Tyler and Liam, is like you just went leading like from the very beginning, right there. So that's where you actually got your position right away. Well done.
Yeah, I mean, if you also look at the timings actually between RG Tyler and I, and the results, I actually only lost out to RG Tyler by about 0.06 seconds.
That shows how it's tight. And for those who want to join our league, so join the Discord, and you still have until tomorrow to race on this until Sunday on this course, Perth. And so we use this thing as the qualification for the, well, not qualification, but I would call it as the Hydrofoil GP license. So if you're doing well on the course here on the time trial, so then you'll be able just to sign up for the races. Great. Now, should we go to the second race? Murray, we have the second race coming up, right?
We do. 3 minutes to go on race number 2. All right. We'll see if anyone makes the same mistakes as last race. Somehow I doubt it. The bottom end of the box was way too cramped to be able to get a decent start. I expect to see everyone a fair bit more spread out this time. 2 minutes, 35 seconds to go.
So now that the boats have learnt from race 1, and they've gotten the first race underway, and some boats might not be too happy with their first race result, or some boats might be very happy. What do you guys think is going to be their main priorities coming into this next race for someone like K-Job, who had a really bad first race? What do you think he's going to be thinking coming into this next one?
Clear air. Just give me some clear air, please, for the love of God. Got caught out the back at the Mark 1 and just had nowhere to go, right? Had nowhere to go. 146 seconds to go.
Call him Coob as well.
Coob.
Yeah, for sure. And for someone like Egress, he's probably just thinking about the start, just trying to get off the line clean. And if he gets off the line clean, I'm sure he believes that he has the pace to run away with it. like he did last
100%.
race.
100%. Everyone's kind of starting up now. Got a couple of boats just waiting at the back of the pack there, waiting to pull the trigger.
It could be a strategy. I mean, I've never really been too fond of just waiting because, you know, sometimes you have really good accelerations, sometimes you have really, really bad ones trying to get back onto foil.
Reminds me
Especially-
of old dinghy sailing when you just got the whole fleet is just waiting, pointing at the wind right on the start line.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
waiting to pull the trigger. But it's a bit boring if you're on a bloody F50.
Oh, for sure.
43 seconds to go.
And it's so hard to time it, especially when you're sitting still with all the different shifts and gusts, especially on this map.
200 meters away from the start line. All right, Tyler is on Italy is looking way too early. They're turning back. 25 seconds.
Yeah, Tyler's just made it really hard on himself here. He's going to have to do a few maneuvers and, you know, try and time this right. He's got no way of actually understanding how close he is, so we'll see how he goes.
Spain's pulling it up. 10 seconds. 8, 7, 6. Really tight in the back of the pack there. Brazil's got nowhere to go. Spain, they look early. Okay, no, they're all right. Everyone's okay. Clear start. Penalty on Italy.
Yeah, I'm
Wonderful.
surprised he
This
hasn't
is-
got Spain.
This is the umpire. Disregard penalty on Italy. This is the game, erroneous game penalty. So no penalty.
No penalty on Italy. Spain looking pretty good at the top of the pack. China's got the inside. Canada right behind them. New Zealand, Italy, Brazil go for the early drive. Oh, it's a pretty good start here, folks.
So
That is
what is the thinking over here for the Brazil to split on the other side?
Oh, mainly just to get clear air for Brazil. If they can get clear air and sail their own pressure, Diogo knows he's fast and faster than majority of the people here. He believes that he can jibe back onto starboard, he'll have right away, and he can push into that gate with speed and maybe make up some positions.
This is going to be a tight gate rounding. I'm very excited. You got Spain, maybe with Brazil, 20 meters behind. That worked very well for them, that early jibe. You got France, Italy, New Zealand. Italy has a bit of an upset there. They're okay. They're
Italy's
okay.
lost a bit of rear foil there. Ooh,
Oh, China.
China.
China dips the
China,
nose in.
oh,
That's a good save.
This is umpire. Protest from China. No penalty.
no penalty. I wonder if they tried to protest on France there, maybe.
Oh, Muzz coming underneath China there. Managed to find the gap, come around the rounding.
Very slow
Yeah,
roundings
yeah.
there.
Artemis has got the speed on the outside of them.
That's going to hurt.
Bushify.
Now, are we able to go on board black foils there and see if we can get the radar that shows on the screen? Yeah, so those that are watching the Brazil before obviously might have seen something with the radar. It does show darker patches that give the wind shifts. And obviously if you can read those correctly and get over to those areas, they will actually give you more power to the boat. And that's maybe what Brazil had seen on the downward leg before.
Yeah, so as a rule of thumb for me, on these downwind legs, it's more important to go to the gust rather than the shift. Whereas on the upwind, it's slightly different, and I'd rather prioritize going for a shift than just a singular gust because I find it makes more of a difference on each leg depending on the different shifts and stuff that are running around.
Interesting here, Liam. You've got Germany right on the hip of New Zealand again. What's the secret that you would have told just someone of what to do in this situation?
Honestly, here, if just someone feels like he has more speed than the Germans here, I'd probably do exactly what he's done and just tack there and focus on my speed.
Germany
And
attacked
just
very early
focus-
there.
Yeah, I
he
think
has
Germany
tacked
are
there.
going to have to find it difficult setting to the marks here. Kiwis did that very well. They've hit the ley line, will go straight in.
Or maybe not, because Germany's going to have to tack and maybe possibly force the Kiwis to tack. So it could be a bit of a
True.
struggle on the Kiwi boat.
So close between Italy and Brazil there.
But who's got right of way if they do tack in front of them? Kiwis would, wouldn't they?
No, Germany's going they've made it. They got a little lift there. Lucked out. But New Zealand
Kiwis
goes
are
on
gonna
the
have speed.
inside. Heaps of speed.
Tyler's putting
76.
some pressure on those guys coming at him. Oh, no, he's got to watch out for the
Whoa.
Canadians. He's, oh, dear.
Oh dear. Big
Huge
upset there,
upset
right
there,
in the
Steve.
back.
Something he did
And what's
similar in the first
Australia
race.
doing? What's Australia doing? Oh,
Oh,
he would try to go through the middle. What was he thinking? On the Bonds Flying Ruse, bin chicken. Oh my goodness gracious, that's gonna hurt.
And this is the umpire. Penalty, Australia, Mazza, and port boat not keeping clear.
Oh jeez.
mate, I don't know what that Australian boat was doing.
Yeah, he was on something. That's a crazy move, trying to go in between them. But hey, the Australians, they do it different. Back to the front.
And
Oh,
this is the umpire. -3 points to Australia for the collision with the boat.
Oh, bloody hell.
Oh,
That's going
not
to be
what you
season
want.
points.
That's
That's
gonna
not
cost
what
a
you
lot.
want.
That is going to cost a lot. Jeez. Exactly what you don't want to be doing on the first regatta of the year.
Setting precedents for the
Coop coming
entire
with some
season.
speed here. He's going to get underneath the Germans.
Back to the front of the
As they all
fleet.
start
France is
turning.
looking good.
Yeah, for sure.
Turning for the fifth leg, downward.
Germany's dropped back though, and New Zealand are in front.
Look at Artemis coming here. And Italy. They've got a good path, 79.80.
Oh, threading the needle on China and Canada. Look at that. Beautiful.
These speeds and the boats moving is just beautiful to watch.
Yeah. So going back, talking about Italy, I think that was just an unnecessary maneuver because he did a bit of a jibe just straight around the top mark when he could have had time to get the boat settled down and be able to get back into his groove before jibing. And, jibing when he did, I think he just went straight into some traffic, which made it pretty difficult on him. And as we saw, he fully rounded up and lost all of the positions. So, yeah, what do you guys think about that?
It's just a case of clear air, right? Spain has proven it once again. 200 meters in the lead. You can't really disagree with that golden rule.
Yeah, for sure. Get ahead, stay ahead. I think that's what we're seeing from the couple races of today so far.
It's just that easy.
It is. Get a good start. Don't be next to anybody and just power over the top of everybody.
Let's look at the bear off. So what can we see from here while looking at this? Really nice flying through the bear off, right? Nice and flat boat.
Yeah, exactly. A
61.
little bit of windward heel. Just what you want.
It was pretty light pressure up there, so I don't think they were going too crazy or anything. What about Brazil? They're very slow. New Zealand on the bear away as well. See how they accelerate. 50, 60 kilometers, 61. Yeah, it's very light at the top.
We do have a gust coming down, going to favour New Zealand, but we also might have a gust near the Brazilians. Actually, not as much as the Kiwis, but never mind. The Kiwis have just jibed back. Maybe there's more pressure where Brazil is. It's quite hard to see from this angle, actually.
Yeah, we're zooming out a bit here, telling the camera crew to get a bloody move on. You can't really, yeah. It looks pretty soft all the way through. It's definitely darker where Brazil is right now, but I don't think that's going to be enough to catch Spain up. 300 meters.
Yeah, I think there is only chance probably over here is just to hope for any mistakes on the jibe and rounding. And I think if we look at actually Spain, it was a clean jibe, and I think in these conditions probably would be easier to do the clean rounding. So what are we looking now for the rounding, for the boat handling?
Brazil did manage to carve off about 50 metres, I'd say. There had better boat speed, bit of a slow turn by Spain.
Yeah.
Now to the finish, and my leg behind.
Well, another good race finished by Spain. First place. That's 2 in a row. Much better
And here's
performance
my
from Brazil.
Favourite team, Germany in 4th. Can they hang off from Cube?
Pretty well done. K-Jube, full manual team right there in 5th. See if they can hold on to that. Sweden might be on there. Yeah, looks pretty safe to me.
And a good recovery there by Italy as well.
Actually, Sweden using both auto sails and auto foils. Quite an
Really?
interesting setup. Yeah.
And they're all the way back there. Yeah. Some serious questions are going to be asked back at the coaching booth on that team, I reckon.
Well, to be honest,
China going to get Canada here.
To be honest,
Canada going to be able to block them out.
I think it's worth also to mention it when you now mention this autofoils and auto sails. Can you guys explain what kind of setup we have in the hydrofoils in terms of the auto versus manual?
Go ahead, Liam.
All right. So pretty much, well, as you know, we have 2 categories of assists that we mainly run in Hydrofoil Generation, which is autofoils and auto sails. Typically in the racing scene, we only see auto foils being used. This is the first time I've actually seen auto sails being used, or second time maybe. But pretty much what auto sails does is it controls your sails for you. Whereas if you saw the Kiwi boat, for example, they were using manual sails, so they're controlling the sails by themselves, allowing them to adjust the sails, be more accurate, go a bit faster. And with auto foils, pretty much what it does is it controls the ride height for you. So it keeps you at a nice, safe ride height where, you know, you're able to not crash as much. But if you turn that off and you go manual foils, as you can see is being done here, you have full control over the foils yourself. And we actually did an event, which was a manual everything only event pretty much. And you know, we saw a lot of crashes and a lot of interesting stuff happening because of how difficult it is. So that's why you only see a couple people running full manual setups. Otherwise, everyone's running at least auto foils.
All right. So if you want to join, you can always join this game, putting everything in auto, the setup in terms of the camber, the twist of the wing. Also, you can put the automatic settings, but once you go and progress, you can put everything in manual. And as Liam mentioned, we have the also full regatta where you have absolutely full control on the manual, so you can actually go into the very deep nuances of this game. All right. Thank you guys for this. Yeah.
As a full manual sailor myself, it really is the only way to virtually sail these things, as you have literally 7 different control surfaces that you're all simultaneously trying to manage.
Excellent. All right. So are we guys ready to go to the race number 3?
Let's
Real
do
quick,
it.
can we? Is there a? Have we got the results for so far for race 1 and 2?
Race 1 and 2. Let's look at the results.
I've forgotten already.
Yeah, I think we'll need to. Let's go to the race 3. We'll need to pull up to the results after race 3. So I think we have the.
All right, 3 minutes 16 to go. Well, so far, 2 races down. Spain absolutely in the lead every single bloody time. It's all down to the starts. There's no question about it, Liam.
Oh, for sure. Spain's been nailing their starts consistently, and it's just allowed them to have choices, more choices than a lot of the other boats who get caught with each other and end up slowing themselves down even more.
So what do you, Liam, say now if you're in the coaching booth and you need to tell to the just someone you know, what can he do now differently? Is it still hunting for the clear wind, or are you already thinking to engage into some kind of like active match racing and trying to get onto the wind of Spain?
Great question. So my point of view coming into this race, if I was sailing, would be, look, we're sitting around the top three. I'd be pretty happy with 2/3 or a second and a third. I'm not so sure, but I'd be looking at it and I'd probably go and tell just someone, I would say, look, there seems to be more space up the top of the line. So if you can stay further up the top of the line for this next start, maybe you're able to punch down over the top of everybody like Spain did and get a better start, because in fact, those better starts is what's going to give you race wins, as we can see. So don't be afraid to push it in this race and see how it goes.
2 minutes to go here.
And you need to remember that this is actually, we're having a really long regatta. So I think there's one way is just targeting to win the event. Another one is targeting to win the regatta. So even the position of even if you win the second place in this regatta, it still puts you in a really good position towards the whole season. So I think that's all about taking the controllable risks here.
We've got a change of sailor for Germany. Hilda's had a timeout. The mug has come in, taken over the Germany boat.
Mid regatta skipper changeover. That's a new one.
I think Hilda picked up something in the last race. Just wasn't comfortable with positioning. Felt a bit ill, so it's handed it over.
Fair enough.
Decided to put the different colouring scheme on it, so let's see how he goes. So we're down to a minute.
Been known to do pretty well actually in some of these events, and he's definitely a dark horse. So let's see what he has.
Someone to watch out for. 50 seconds to go. All very low in the start box yet again. I'm worried for these folks. 40 seconds.
I like where Muzza is. I wouldn't mind being a little further up the line, actually.
Yeah, okay, they're coming in with speed. 50 kilometres, 30 seconds to go.
Let's see if they get it right this time.
They might actually finish a race. I don't know. 18 seconds. Everyone's speeding up here.
Actually, where is Italy?
Italy's coming in right at the top there.
Look at this for speed as well. Look at that.
Oh, Germany. Is Germany going to pinch Italy off? No, they're not.
Beautiful.
Beautiful
Italy's
start.
gone.
Clean start. 73 kilometres an hour on Italy.
This is the umpire. Brazil, disregard the game penalty. No penalty.
No penalty on Brazil. That's good to hear. But they are right out the back.
Compact coming to the first mark here.
Jeez, it's tight. This is not a place where you want to be.
You'd want to be jibing early, hey? There goes France. Germany as well. Oh, we got a split fleet here. 4 on 5. 5 on 5.
Everybody's kept it clean.
Yeah, for sure. More pressure where the people who haven't jibed are going, though. So it could benefit them a bit more than the people who have jibed early. But we'll see.
So if we can quickly go on board, somebody can see what the speeds are at for the wind.
I think we have a really tight situation over here right now. Oh, look at this.
Oh, geez.
France and Germany.
France and Germany. Just not reacting in time there on Germany, I assume. France tried to jibe. Big upset.
This is the umpire. Penalty France. Fall behind Germany. France -3 points for the collision.
Oh.
Yeah, so I think that was probably because France didn't give Germany enough time to avoid. You know, we're all human. We don't actually have lightning quick reaction time. So definitely hard for Germany here. Tough love, sadly. You know, we don't get redress here as well, so sadly Germany is going to have to suffer from behind.
Exactly. And I hear also from the umpire studio that we have also the debrief on that situation coming up on the after the race. So we'll look at that one and hear from the umpire at the end.
Very
Awesome.
interested to hear about that. Back to the front of the fleet, we've got Italy here on the port tack. China right at the front. Bit of an upset for Spain to be back in, what's that, 4th place. Not going to be happy about that one.
So Hurling, like as you ask, so now we're at the leader of this race on board with China. So what can we learn from here? So
we generally have it, the 15.2 is the wind speed. The big numbers of 29.7 is your boat speed. The little orange arrow is the wind direction. The green arrow is basically pointing to where the buoys are that you're supposed to be heading to. Obviously, the top square is your compass heading, which is hidden behind the sail. And the lower number, big numbers, that's your ride height, isn't it?
Correct. That is your ride height. Auto, you can tell it's bloody auto ride height on that one. Nice, strong, consistent numbers.
all right, so right on the heels of the leader is New Zealand. So how do we gonna cut up? So there's seem to be that there is a good chance to attack on the downwind. Are we split or are we gonna follow them?
Looks
I
like
think
a
New
good
Zealand's
follow
going to
round.
follow. Yeah, for sure. More pressure with China is not worth, you know, making an extra maneuver and, you know, making a possible mistake. All we need is consistent results here, and unless there's a high probability that we can risk something and we can gain a lot out of it, there's no point. Risk to
Very
reward
good.
ratio.
Good miss here by Artemis. Gave way to Brazil.
It is so tight in the back of the pack here. Germany
Germany having to
making
wobble.
big moves.
Germany and France tied again.
Oh,
Ooh.
big ups.
Oh.
Oh, they hit the mark.
Huge
Artemis has
collision.
hit the mark.
Jeez, Nathan Outteridge is not going to be happy with that. Jeez, that is not good.
Poor Nathan.
Oh.
The stress just got to him. He had to make 3 maneuvers just at that top gate there. That was not very convenient.
This is the umpire. There's -1 point penalty for the contact with the mark on Sweden.
Jeez, how many penalty points for the season is going to be handed out during this? This is
The
insane.
first regatta. Almost like the real thing. Back to the front of the fleet here. We got China coming
So
around.
I've just
the bottom
noticed with
gate.
these 2 screens as well, we've got on the left, the display above the sails are actually in knots, and the one on the right is actually in kilometres, and that's something you can also change in your settings.
Whoopsie daisy. I made
Yeah.
the change recently to kilometres.
But no, that's all
Alright.
right. As I say, you have the options of your speed, what you prefer it in.
Yeah, so we display both for all sailors, all types of sailors. We like to represent here. Knots, kilometres, whatever you pick your fancy.
And back to that dial that was shown before, you know, if you change to kilometres for your speed, your wind speed will also be shown in kilometres, not in knots, so you don't have to carry the calculator around.
Yeah, very simple rule that I use. It's not super accurate, but if you times the amount of knots that you're sailing by 2, if you times it by 2, that equals around about the kilometers per hour, within maybe a couple kilometers per hour. So let's say I'm going 20 knots. I'm going to be going about between 40 to 35 kilometers per hour.
That's
So
correct. That's what good schooling's about, isn't it?
Exactly.
That was a pretty close cross between Italy and Canada for 3rd place. That's going to be a tight cross. And look at this. New Zealand is caught right up with China. Practically neck and neck.
Yeah, New Zealand's in a tough position here. If they tack, they're going to have to
But
avoid
tack-
China.
Oh, but
China lets them get away with it.
they let him get away with it. But New Zealand, they've fallen right off. They overreacted there. Are either of them on the ley line? Are they going to make that? It's looking okay. China might make it, but New Zealand is so slow.
Yeah, I think New Zealand was just thinking about the championship here, knowing that they don't need to risk seasonal points just for one single win. You know, they're staying in the top 3 currently, and as long as they stay in the top 3, they're fine. So I like what he's
Very
doing,
smart.
and I don't mind a little mistake like that.
Very smart and pragmatic on the New Zealand boat, trained
Third
by
and
Liam
fourth.
Dimmick.
Third and fourth coming in with equality. Canada have right of way here, do they, originally?
They do. They're in the circle.
Though
They're tacking right on top. They're going to be
They
slow,
do
though.
that. Oh, Italy having to avoid.
Going on the outside. Oh, that's brutal.
That's some good tight racing.
nobody seems to have yelled penalty.
Italy trying to go around Canada now. Look at Italy with their speed. They're closing on Canada. Let's see if they can
They're
make a
holding
move.
it. They're holding.
And now they're coming to the boundary, so they need to choose when to jibe, and pretty much the Italy decides to jibe first. Canada defends. Jibe
So
doesn't let him get away.
And back at front, we have now the Kiwis back in front from China.
Oh, yes.
Oh
Good
my
decision.
goodness.
So
Very
a
good
few-
decision
seems to be
splitting.
few good wind shifts.
This could be very close at the bottom gate here. Last bottom gate up to the finish after that. We got Canada, we got Italy, we got China all on the same. They're all going to lay. New Zealand has one more job to go.
Kiwis going to turn in front of China. China's got the speed, though. Are they going to be able to pull around?
Oh, New Zealand
Can they
puts a
go
hole in
around?
the water.
I think
New
Kiwis have
Zealand
got
is
it here.
slow.
Oh, New
No.
Zealand.
They're falling off.
China's going to be able to go around the outside here. China's probably going to take this.
Yeah, not going to get closer than this.
It's so close.
China by a nose.
China gets it.
Just
By
by a
2
few meters. Well done.
Oh my god.
And that's what the pressure can do, though, when you're coming to marks. If you've got a boat behind you to watch out for, you've got the boys to watch out for. And we're just seeing
That
from
was
the
a bloody
Kiwis,
close one.
you can make a
Yeah,
mistake.
I think the Kiwis just underlaid a bit too much and didn't have enough pressure in their sails to keep that hull foiling, which is a reason for China to be able to pass them. But it was
They
very
maybe
close.
should have pushed a bit wider coming around that buoy, that final mark,
Yeah,
just to keep
for sure.
China outside of them.
Exactly.
So
Italy
now I
did very
understand we
well
have-
to finish third.
Well done. So now I understand we have an umpire joining us just to talk about that situation and between France and Germany.
All right, so I'd like just to talk a little bit about the situation, and I think that invites a lot of comparison with the situation which happened between New Zealand and Switzerland in the SailGP Perth race. So I think for that one, if anybody wants to check, there's a really good debrief of what happened between that collision, if you remember it over here, which was quite similar situation. As you can see, Switzerland is jibing on the collision course with New Zealand, and then there is a collision. But I think as long that there is a lot of similarities, I think over here we have a little bit different situation. So on the left side we have a current situation between France and Germany in Hydrofoil GP, and at the same time split screen comparison of what was happening in SailGP. So over here we just see that on the right side these are the boats, and you see immediately the distance is significantly bigger between what we have over here, and the collision here came much more faster on Hydrofoil GP, and that's why the decision was very, very different. So the key point is that what we're going to be looking on, if I would just do now the replay, is when the boat that jibes
first. So in this case, the boat which is on the right side, when it becomes a starboard. So at this moment, the boat Switzerland becomes starboard, and the boat which is in pink color becomes starboard. So at this moment, when it becomes right of way, it needs to give room for the other boat to keep clear. And as you can see now, it was significantly less time between the France and Germany compared to the situation when Switzerland jibed and gave more time to Brazil. So this is the difference. Oh, actually, I think I realized that I think this was not restreamed and broadcast, so I think it's
replay.
We have some hiccups here on the stream, and I think the umpires also make the mistake. So now I made the mistake, so I will just replay once again over here. So that's the difference between the two situations over here. So as you can see, that the time and the distance is very different. So if we're gonna go now again to the replay and watch it again, on the left side we have the Hydrofoil GP part. So here we have France and Germany. France is on the right side, and the critical moment is right now. So the pink boat and the boat on the Switzerland on the right needs to give room for the other boat to keep clear, because they become right of way, and they see that the distances and the timing significantly different. The collision happened significantly early in the Hydrofoil GP. That's why France was penalized in Hydrofoil GP, and that's why also the umpires decided that it was the much more time for the New Zealand in SailGP to keep clear, and the Switzerland give their time. So hope that explains.
Yeah, it's very nice that the players of Hydrofoil Generation can recreate some of the stuff that's in real life.
And just a final replay on that one. Let's get it in slow-mo as well, just for added effect.
The Germans ended up, they really had no line to go. They couldn't turn left. They had to go right. They still would have been hitting them. It's just a big mistake there by the French. And
I feel bad for the crew members.
I'd say two of them were ended up in hospital.
Absolutely pummeled, to say the
But
least.
look at that, they can walk away in this game.
Right. That's
Luckily.
why we also invite the SailGP sailors to practice in between the races in the Hydrofoil GP. So I think you can recreate the similar situations with less risks on your side. All right. So are we now ready to go to the last fleet race before
Race 4.
the final? Race 4. So
Let's do it. 2 minutes and 8 seconds to go. 2 minutes.
Sun's still shining, the fleet's still strong. Actually, we've got 10 now. We had 9 before. We've increased in one.
10 boats.
Or
Interesting.
did I just read the other races wrong?
I think at some point, I think we had Canada and other people get disconnected for various reasons, unfortunately. But 1 minute and 30 seconds to go until race 4. This is a bit of a decider. Can't quite recall the results of the first 3 races, but I think we've got Spain up top. We've got, obviously, New Zealand as well. And who would be third? I guess Brazil, maybe, or France, was it?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but we do have RG Tyler up the top here, trying to go for a very similar strategy.
1 minute to
Go
go.
over the top of the fleet. And Muzzer, the Aussie, also trying to follow RG Tyler up the top of the screen here.
Very, very high in the box there. Italy and Australia going to try something a bit different. Everyone else down the bottom end of the box.
Dancing by the other group.
I have to say I do like where New Zealand is slightly up from all the commotion at the bottom of the screen, but also in a good position to push hard.
I think
13
everybody's trying to
seconds.
box. They're trying to box Spain in here, but he's latched on that they don't give him room.
Spain's looking okay. They're pretty safe down the bottom. 3, 2, 1. Oh, we got a couple of early starts.
Oh,
This
huge
is the
collision.
umpire. OCS penalty Germany, OCS penalty Australia. Fall behind everyone except delayed starter Sweden.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's not good. It's a big
Australia
penalty,
had
and
a
this is
bit of
all
a
before the
hiccup.
first mark.
Germany's stuck right in the middle there. They got nowhere to
Yeah,
go
he's
to
also-
get out the back.
Yeah, he's also going to do it. He's got to clear his way to the back without impeding the other
I would
boats coming
expect an
through.
early
Otherwise,
jibe. There they go, along with France. Very
well,
painful.
Canada with some speed out there.
Look at that. Spain out the front again, and New Zealand and Italy.
Yeah, Spain did well there. They were very boxed in coming into that start line, but were able to find a way around it. I think there was a collision between New Zealand and Australia. If not, it was very close. Australia fell out of the sky and hit hard into the water right next to the Kiwi boat. It was
I
so
would
tight
expect
on
no
that start.
less from the Australian boat. Another collision on the start line. Classic story.
We got the confirmation now with the umpires. It was indeed close, but no collision.
No
Jeez.
collision. Wow. Lucky,
Mate,
lucky
you
ducks.
Aussies playing
Well,
it
they
close.
were OCS anyway, so they had to drop off a bit.
Spain's decided to change.
And indeed, Spain is again leading, and I think if we're looking at statistics, they have again the best start of 0.2
Wow.
seconds.
Close between Canada and France. France on the outside. Keeping it clean.
Italy did a very quick rounding that mark, put themselves onto the leg as Spain. New Zealand have changed
at
their
this.
direction now to follow, so 3 all on the same upwind.
Yeah,
Top
good
three
games
boats
for New
very close
Zealand,
together.
honestly. Jeez. New Zealand and Italy with right away here over Spain and currently crossing anyway, so good gains for those two boats.
Very good gains. It's looking really light out there. Only just staying on the foils.
You know, full credit to Italy over the races. You know, if they'd made some of the minor mistakes in some of the other races, their positions might have been, 1 or 2 more. They always seem to be in the mix here.
Spain attacks again. Italy has to duck. Spain's up to second position then.
But look at that one. Such
That
a
was a
close
good trap, I
cross.
think.
And now Australia in the leading position.
It's the Kiwi boat with
A
the
New
Aussie
Zealand
flag.
boat. I apologize. Indeed, it's in New Zealand taking the lead over the previous leader, Spain.
I did say that from race 1. It would be confusing. But we've got it. He's out there, though. We can tell by the blue tips on the hull for the Kiwi boat.
New Zealand
Italy
puts in
make
the
the game
tack. I keep saying jibe, but I mean to say tack. Very close. Oh my God. Italy is only, 10 metres
Now
behind Spain?
New Zealand has a right of way on the starboard, so they can just go there on the ley line to the mark. Oh, look at that. They are defending the right turn. Why is that so?
Yeah, for New Zealand here, there's a big bit of pressure if you go around that right turn, as you can see there. And the Kiwis just did not want to give that up to the Spanish and would rather take that risk of that maneuver and rounding in that direction.
Looked like
Unbelievable.
the
but
Swiss
that's-
and Italy boats bounced off each other there, the way they changed direction. That was quite impressive.
I
Close in
think
the
this
back
is
of
also
back.
about taking the risks. I mean, if the New Zealand was safe choice just to continue, and they will end up on the not favorable side, so they took a risk of attacking. And now look at that one; they're still in the lead.
I think the Swiss have made a gain here on the Italians.
Oh, for sure. The auto sales guy is actually doing pretty well.
Going right to the boundary though on Italy.
Oh,
Passes
that's
through our screen.
close.
That was very close to the boundary. They're looking for the
really
most
pushing.
bang for their buck. But look at that, even Brazil is starting to speed up and get over the top of Italy. It's not looking good for them, but maybe only one more. No more jibes. No more jibes for Italy. Maybe Sweden and Brazil have to have
Oh,
one
and
more jibe in.
Australia. Oh, never mind. I thought Australia pitch fault. I'm sorry. I
Still
thought
Still
they
doing
just,
fine. Still doing fine.
Look at them go. They're still chucking along there. Doing great. 8th place. But back to the front
Hey,
of
it's
the fleet, New
consistent.
Zealand. Yeah, it's consistent. That's what
Oh,
wins.
Italy.
Italy's
Oh,
nosedived.
they've just
Completely off the
stopped.
foils. Oh,
Great
that's
I'm not
going
sure
defending
if
by
that was a glitch
Artemis.
or. Yeah, Artemis looked like they did something as well. I don't know whether it was just a glitch and made it to Italy. Like they stopped in the water, but yeah, Italy had to put the brakes on.
I believe Artemis jibed straight in front of Italy, and Italy did some massive avoidance maneuver and fully ate the water, pretty much.
Don't think
And
any
back on the
protest was
foil.
France
involved. There's
going
more,
around as the Sweden just got a little bit of a rodeo slowed down, so France was able just to go around fast, and now they will be able to just be in the lead.
So you may be full auto, but you can still make mistakes. You can pull a board up at the wrong time. You can pull the wrong side up.
Yeah, do you guys remember the last time I was doing that? I was on this game, and I made the final, and I put the wrong board up out of jibe. I couldn't do
I've
anything. You remember
I've
that?
raced the whole leg with both borders down. Wonder why I was
Oh,
slow.
he remembers that very well, doesn't he? Me
We've all
complaining
been
about
there.
me not being able to do anything at all.
We've all been there. But back to the front of the fleet here, we've got New Zealand and Spain absolutely headlocked. They can't get away from each other.
It's like, yeah, someone's tantalisingly tagging one along. Just small gain there to Spain. Oh,
New
Kiwis
Zealand
now this time
decide to
decides.
attack. Interesting call there. I don't know what they see down this end of the line, but we're on to the last.
Well, there is darker patch
Last
there,
leg.
water, out that side of the course, although Spain will be going to some breeze, but whether it's still there when they get to the boundary course.
It is indeed tantalizing now. I mean, would they be able? It's a big split, and they're pretty much even now. So
Mind you, if
who pays off?
Kiwis lay it up here, they'll be able to go straight around the mark to the finish, where Spain will have to do at least 1 or 2 turns.
I think it's
to
all
get
about
just
now
changing
also
the
clean
overlap.
jibes.
Yep. So have the Kiwis done it here? Have they got the ley line set right?
2 very clean jibes there. New Zealand 30 metres ahead, but Spain, I don't know.
Is he going to be able to point the
there's
note?
something I like.
Spain
There's
is
something
coming
I
on the
like to look off.
starboard.
I think New Zealand's
think
crossing
Kiwis
pretty
got this.
easily. Yeah.
I think the Kiwis have set themselves right up for the pin.
That's
And
impressive.
they do cross. So left side of the course paid back so
Look
much.
at that. Yeah, that speed.
All right, I stand corrected. That split at the top gate was absolutely necessary, putting Spain in the dust.
Bad jibe for Spain as well. They're going to struggle to lay this mark. Definitely going to have to be adjusting that differential, rudder differential, to make it.
Yeah, just take it nice, sweep. Don't. Beautiful. Yep, staying up in the foils.
Beautiful jibe. Beautiful rounding. Beautiful.
And race 4 goes the way of New Zealand. That puts
Nice.
the leaderboard at a very, very close number 1 and number 2, but number 3 I'm not so sure about. We're going to have to look
Now
at
we've
the
actually got
rest of the fleet.
making a small gain here on Brazil.
Do we have the leaderboard? Can we have a look after this race?
Yeah, I think we need to. I didn't have time now to pull it up, but just if, we'll now look at the whole results. Just
Italy comes back for a 4th place, it looks like, just overtaken France. The speed difference, it's just incredible sometimes when you notice how much faster one boat's going to the other on the exact same tack and the exact same spot of wind, not affecting each other, just better control better manipulation of your setups, and winning races. Well, that brings us to the end of the fleet races for Perth inaugural Season 2 Hydrofoil GP Regatta. Very exciting stuff. Pretty all-round good racing. Not too many penalties. Not too much craziness. No one calling people up. But there were a couple of. That being said, there were a couple of spills, and I guess we'll see on the leaderboard how that all comes up at the end with the penalty points dished out by our official umpire. Liam, overall though, how did you feel about the racing today so far?
I think it's been pretty good. Pretty exciting. I think a few boats have been a little careless around some maneuvers, and really pushing, and getting seasonal damage points on each other, which is not something that you want.
All right, Ilya, let's look
All
at
right.
these points.
So now look at the leaderboard. So now we have the results of the all four races. With Black Foils, New Zealand in the first place, taking the first place. Spain in second and Brazil in third, and there was a 3-point difference for the fourth place for the Italy just to get into the finals. So I would say that considering how sometimes it's so tight and the racing, it's actually not that big difference. One collision on Brazil and you could get dropped out of the final. So I think it was quite tight racing after all. All right. So now let's go to the final. Before we go to the final race, maybe I want just to make an announcement that we have also the website coming up. And so Herling, if you're still here, would you like just to say a few words what we're gonna find on the website?
Yeah, so similar tying this panel we see on the screen at the moment is basically have information of the races, the points and penalties, bit of stats of the teams, how many races have won, what sort of percentage they have. It also ties into the course map. You'll be able to click on that to bring up that course program before, as well as the course creator. So if you want a chance to make your own courses as well, that will be available. Links to obviously videos of some of these regattas and things that we have. So a place really everything can be tied to. Click of a button, you'll be able to do things. As well as some other features as we think of them will be added as well to make it sort of an enticing site to come to and blend in with the game as well, which is an exciting piece of software.
Excellent. All right. And meanwhile, I think if you want to see the follow results, you can go to the sail ranks. And in the sail ranks, we have the Hydrofoil GP club over here where you can follow all the results. And even better, just join the Discord. It will be in the links to this video. So Hydrofoil Regatta, and we have all the support here for you guys just to join and start racing. So go there, download the game, test the Perth time trial. You can still compete until tomorrow and compete and see how you stack up against the best sailors in Hydrofoil GP as well as SailGP. And then, as soon as you get to the good results, you'll have a license and you will be able just to join our races. Excellent. All right.
Very
so
exciting. If we can get that second fleet going, it's going to be such an absolute blast. Practice racing as well. We should just mention that real quick. We're going to be doing official practice racing on the runner-up day for whatever's picked of the official Hydrofoil GP circuit. So there'll be technically 2 days coming up for the next events where we can hopefully get a bit of practice in.
All right. So are we ready now to go to the next or the
Final.
last race, the final
The
between three
final.
boats?
So who do we have here? We've got.
We have
I
4
think
boats
one of
currently.
them doesn't leave.
China's not supposed to. Yep.
So we've got Brazil, Spain, and
China. Yeah,
New
I
Zealand.
believe there was a change, right? Because I think so. We were supposed.
There were some penalty points dished out, etc. At some point, or maybe they were just AFK and never left. But here we go, 1 minute 40 till the final of Perth Hydrofoil GP.
Who are your favourites for this final race?
Well, I'm picking the Kiwis. I think I've seen them sort of get steadier, stronger in the races have gone through. To hold Spain off in that last race, I think, was very good work, and they should be able to carry that on.
It would be very impressive if Spain can pull something out of the hat here and just have a good start like they always do. But I tend to agree with you, Hurling. I think with 1 minute to go, New Zealand's going to be pulling the rabbit out of the hat.
Yeah, I think, but for the New Zealand, when there is a little bit less boats around, they will be able probably to have a better start. I think obviously Spain is very strong at having a good starts in the crowded fleet, but at the same time, I think now there is a really good opportunity for New Zealand to have a lot of room around them and be also getting a very, very good competitive start. Now, 30 seconds to go.
All very low in the start box yet again. It really seemed to pay off after all the talk of going high in the box. It seems the best angle was always kind of away from the camera.
Yeah, well, a lot of these these boats don't have all the other boats that are interfering with wind angles and stuff now, so seems like
5
that low
seconds.
starting works.
2, 1, clear starts. Look at that,
The
Spain.
Kiwis have.
But yeah, the Kiwis, they've got the good angle. Look at that. Faster than Spain, faster than Brazil.
I can never work this out. You know, no matter which side I go on, I have faster speed, I still get overtaken. But yeah, nice clean rounding, Mark 1. Kiwis keep their nose in front.
What is
Brazil making
Brazil
a
up
very
to? They're doing
strange manoeuvre.
That's a very nice manoeuvre.
It really slowed them down though. They've got clear wind, but I guess they wanted to keep on this jibe.
I
Yeah,
think
so one of
Brazil
the blue
just dropped
patches.
down the water differential. And then they try to soak really low, but they've just lost a whole load of ground to the Kiwis, I believe, here. Unless the Kiwis have a bad jibe, they're looking pretty good here. Oh, it's
Beautiful
not
jibe on the
best jibe-
Kiwis.
Not the best jibe by the Kiwis, but then Brazil lets them get away with it. Brazil not pressuring the Kiwis at all, so this is going to leave the Kiwis in a good position. And now we have Spain coming down, pressurizing Brazil here. Brazil's going to have to probably throw another maneuver in unless Spain dives to the mark.
Right of ways with Spain, is it?
Yes, it is.
Generally on the downward legs. Everybody's cut
Very
clear.
close.
Cut clear, yep.
Brazil
Oh,
keeps
Brazil.
it. They're going for the okay.
This is the umpire. Disregard the game penalty. No penalty.
No penalty. It was a close cross, but Brazil did manage to keep clear there.
Did he just hit the mark?
No, the game thought the port starboard was not good enough.
Yeah, I think it's very often that the game is making some of the decisions based on the position of the boat, but when we look at the 3D view, we see that there is no incident at all. And sometimes the game is also not up to speed to a very complex situation and the science. That's why we have the umpires like to do the review and disregard also the penalties to keep the game really realistic and fair.
Look at this.
Brazil have done really well here to come back to the tail end of Spain after a really terrible rounding.
Is it Brazil did well, or is it that Spain did absolutely terrible and picked the wrong side of that course?
Yeah, but Brazil looked like they looked like they hit the mark, but they were off the foils. They were down no speed. But to get right on the tail here now,
that bottom right gate was not the right call for Spain. They have lost at least 100 metres, which was only about 20 before, to New Zealand. New Zealand looking very comfortable and confident. They can just sail
so
their
if we
own
go on
race.
board, are there any dark shadows appearing left or right on these courses?
Right-hand turn looks pretty good. Big dark patch on the right side there. Exactly where New Zealand's going. See how this bear away goes for New Zealand. Heading into more wind.
Looks like New Zealand's just going to be running away with this one. Unless a mistake happens, it's going to be very hard for New Zealand to lose this lead.
Well, Spain had to give way there to Brazil. Brazil done a really good job to be on the right side to cause him to just slow it down a bit. Look at that speed around the mark there by Brazil.
And indeed, I think there is opportunity right now for the bigger fight probably would be happening between Brazil and Spain because for the one more point. I think they're still not decided yet, and I think Spain is now entering in the area of the little bit darker pressure over there. So let's look at their jibe. Nice jibe. Ooh, but
nice jibe, but not nice enough. Ilya is looking. I think Diego is on Brazil has gotten a pretty nice something or other that's gotten them. That's at least 80 meters lead. New Zealand now going for another
he's just
jibe.
They're
still not
laying
laying
as well. In Brazil, he's just got his nose pointing straight up.
And he throws a classic style, stay between your opponent and the next mark. He jibes and then stays there. However, the jibe was not that good. It was a little bit slow, huh?
A lot of the maneuvers today in this final have seemed pretty sketchy.
Nicely
Kiwis there, though, I don't think they set the ley line up too well there. They had to make that extra move to come around the other side, but they seem to have picked it for the wind.
Look at this. Brazil and Spain. Spain goes for the inside. They're going to try and sneak in.
Oh,
they
nice.
manage it just.
Yeah, just and just. I think. Do you think they're still in the clear wind, Spain? Can they live here? No. They need to tack away. Just accelerate and tack away.
Almost falling off. Good job staying in the clear wind. That was a nice roundup. Back to New Zealand. I don't know. Has the lead shrunk a little bit? New Zealand went for the right turn, and that was what killed Spain in the last leg.
Spain taking over from Brazil into second.
I love the defensive playing. So the sailors in this league, they're not afraid just to throw a attack when it's needed. So not jumping like as a ping pong machine from the boundary to boundary. No, they need to. If New Zealand needs to defend, they throw attack, and it's a beautiful attack. Well done.
Yeah, and you can see New Zealand in a bit of a low mode here, just punching over the top of Spain, trying to make Spain suffer as much as they can.
Exactly.
Now, expect the Kiwis yet, or maybe should have gone the ley line a little bit longer.
Brazil's coming on starboard. Are they able to reach? Oh, what a close cross! Just and just.
Only just.
But no foul. All good.
Spain had to have been confident about that one. That was too close for my comfort.
Spain, if they do decide to attack, will put a bit of pressure on Brazil because they'll have the right of way. Kiwis will be safe from any pressure from the other two boats.
But I don't think the New Zealand is laying, and they're defending. They're keeping their lead.
Wow. This final is shaping up to be a nice one.
I think they found last time down this side of the course it was actually a better breeze, but coming back down this side back up this side was a bit hard.
Spain is a little bit too slow. They were on the very thin lay and lost a lot of speed while going there, but now lost the distance, but can they catch up now?
Brazil's back in the picture, going for the split.
Still anybody's game. Oh, Spain have just taken off there. Look at that speed.
This is penultimate leg, so I think still the things can happen. Which side would pay off? Is the right side for the Brazil, is it desperation call, or are they really seeing anything there?
If they can set to the boundary here properly, then they should get a nice run without any other manoeuvres to come around the mark for home.
I was just noticing there, watching those simultaneous jibes. You could see New Zealand. They were lower the entire time. Their jibe, they didn't even have to go back up into the wind to catch themselves at all. And meanwhile, Spain, they had a little bit of a luff. They had to come back up to catch themselves. Mm-hmm. And I think those are the integral points where those seconds just really matter.
Oh, look at that speed on Spain, though. It's not going to catch, but keep it over 70.
They're pushing it to the limit, but it's not going to be enough because New Zealand rounds the last gate to the finish line. They're going to make it. For the penultimate, that word, it's going to be New Zealand. They've taken Perth, Hydrofoil GP Season 2, Regatta 1. Wowee.
I've got a payday for betting on that horse.
All right. And that's also the difference in our leg, in our GP, that after a really good race, you can capsize your boat and have a good fun, which you cannot do in the real league. So we are strict on the collisions during the race, but after the race, all gloves are off. You can just have a really good fun. All right.
Yeah, good stuff for the Kiwis, eh? Good, clean race by them.
You must be pretty chuffed there, Liam. You've done a pretty good job training this guy up to your standards.
Oh, for sure. We had about 4 hours, probably more like 2 or 3 hours to, get him from an absolute noob to winning Grand Prix and events. So super chuffed with his result, and he's pretty chuffed about himself as well. Yeah.
But that's a good thing with Kiwis; they're easy to train. Although is he Aussie?
He is Aussie.
Yeah. Now some good racing there from these fellas. It's a great game and gives you a realistic experience to the real things these teams in real life do.
The closest there is, really, isn't it, to simulating an F50? We've heard of these elusive F50 simulators for SailGP that the skippers get to use and all that, but we've never seen them.
Oh, this one's better, mate. When you're just about falling in your chair trying to not capsize the boat. It's a great experience.
Yeah, and I think also the kind of fantastic part over here is that you can actually simulate a real race, which is, I think, a lot of the simulators that the teams used is kind of like working on the boat handling, communications, and the stuff. But speaking about the communications, I'm really excited that, Liam, you were coaching another teammates, and I think we should start more forming the teams over here and actually represent your own country or your own team. So keep up the good job here.
Oh no, we classify Australians as New Zealanders, so it's all right.
Hey, we're all from down under, so it doesn't really matter.
That's right. Yeah.
Exactly. And I think also this league that we have over here, we have also opportunity to do like a coaching booth, because I think it might be really make sense, and something that I would like, maybe guys, we can experiment next time, is just to have one boat, one sailor is doing the racing. However, he's in the contact with somebody who is watching from the spectator mode and provides the tactical advice. I think we can just take that league to really big heights when we actually start to have the multiplayer teams with a tactician or coach in the booth. So that's really excited about the possibilities of that.
That could be really exciting. I can only dream of the kind of positive feedback that would encourage the Aussies to have.
Excellent.
Yeah, but sadly NZ will always take it, so...
Yeah, how about you share some secrets next time, Liam, all right, on this next week's broadcast, all right? How about you come out?
Yeah, well, I'll give you one.
Is,
I'll give you one. Keyboard and mouse is always better, mate.
Oh, well, joystick HOTAS system is more fun. So there you go.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right. Okay, thank you very much for everyone who participated. So thank you for all your invaluable commentary. Thank you also to the umpire studio joining and from making the calls. And yeah, thank you for co-hosting that one. And I think we'll see you on the next race, which would be in Auckland. So, and the conditions in Auckland were pretty epic in SailGP, so they will be also epic in Hydrofoil GP. So definitely you don't want to miss that one.
Yep.
All right. Thank you, everyone, and
Thanks,
see you next time.
Cool,
See you
guys.
Cheers, everybody.
Good one. Good job.
Catch you on the flip.
Where's exit?